And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us from across the globe. This is the Psychic Talk Radio Network. I'm Dax Carlisle, CEO and founder of Psychic Talk Radio and the Tarot Guild. Today we have a very special show for you. It is the premiere episode of the brand new show, The Angelic View, with host Maria G Maas. If you're a longtime listener to the network, you may be familiar with Maria already. She was a radio personality with us for many, many years with shows such as Angels Monday and Angelic Realms Radio. Now, after an extended hiatus due to some exciting life changes, she's back, and we're going to find out all about it on today's show. Maria is the president and co-founder of the International Association of Angel Practitioners. She is a master angel practitioner, certified tarot master, an author, and a deck creator as well. Let's just bring her on right now. Maria Maas. Hey, Maria.
Hi, Dax. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Yay. Woo! Welcome back to the network. It's been a while.
Wow. It has been a long while. And I've been thinking about this day and wanting to get back on the air with you and all the other hosts on the network, on Psychic Talk Radio Network. It's been a while, and I'm glad to be back.
Awesome. And I guess for the new listeners, they might want to hear a little more of your background, perhaps. And also, everybody wants to know why the hiatus? And so we need to fill them in on, you had some exciting life changes. We're talking retirement. Yay.
Oh, wow. That's the best part. That's the best part. I was waiting to retire for several years. It was in the works for a while. It had to be divine timing, right place at the right time, which is what I always talk about, stress that to my students. Divine timing is always right. And as people that listened before might know, and if you haven't, now you'll find out, I was a full-time public school teacher in Long Island, New York, and taught for, close to 27 years. And I was planning to retire originally when I turned 55, but I ended up staying a year longer just because, things weren't right. It wasn't the right time. And as, I always say divine timing is always right. And I was, starting to get a little down. I'm thinking, this is dragging out. I didn't really want to stay this much longer. And then all of a sudden, COVID struck. And, with all the terrible things about it, like anything else, there's, a silver lining in the black cloud. And COVID at first, it was scary. We didn't know what was ahead of us. And I remember teaching, it was back in March of 2020, and they had called us in for a meeting that day and told us that we wouldn't be coming back right away after the vacation because the spring break was coming up, and that it was going to be extended due to COVID restrictions and all of this, and that's when all that stuff started.
Oh.
So, there was a good chance that we could be teaching remotely from home. So long story short, that's what ended up happening. The school never did reopen that school year, and we were teaching remotely from home. But what that did for my husband and I was it gave us a lot of extra time that we wouldn't have had to get our house ready and prepped for sale. So that's what we did. And when we put it up for sale, because of COVID, there were so many more people that were looking for homes on Long Island that had a big yard and a swimming pool where they could just, have a staycation at home because of all the restrictions and all. I mean, it was even hard for people to go to the beach. I mean, there was restrictions with everything. But this turned out in our favor because now day that our house went up for sale, literally, we had multiple offers. And we kept it on the market for a few more days, just, to see what would happen. And of course, there was bidding wars. And we got more than we would have ever imagined for the house. Matter of fact, if we had gone the year before, like I wanted to, when I turned 55, we would not have gotten what we got for our house. And it, would have made a difference, a big difference. So that's why I always say, talk to your angels, go, learn how to connect with them, learn the signs, learn how to understand the feelings and the signs that they send, and just follow that, because it's never going to steer you wrong. And so we went with that. Everything worked out. We moved down to Florida. We relocated in Southwest Florida. And we are now very happy to be snowbirds. Right now I'm actually in New York in the beautiful Hudson Valley area. We spend the season here, May through end of September, end of October, whenever we decide to leave. And then we head back to Florida and we spend the winter there. And it's just a beautiful place to be all winter. And we're very blessed. And none of this, would have happened without the help of the angels. I'm sure of it. So that's what's been going on. And I'm just glad now that everything has worked out, that I'm able to be back on the air with all of you. I finished a project that was actually waiting to retire to be able to work on, and that was my deck, the Angelic View Oracle Cards, which this show now is titled after, the Angelic View. And the cards are a 44-card deck, and it comes with a guidebook and journal that you can download for free from my website, mariagmaas.com. And this is a unique deck that is it's sized like tarot cards. It's made to blend right in with your tarot deck because, as you know, Dax, I was a tarot reader long before I became an angel card reader. And actually, that's how I got to work with the angels. Tarot actually brought the angels into my life. And I won't get into that whole story now. I'll save that for my next show, which is going to be pre-recorded coming up on August 21st. And I'll tell that story. And I'll also talk about angels and spirit guides and divine timing.
Sure.
So that show coming up is going to be like, just a little more of my background and how I got to work with angels. And then it'll be like a little mini class as well, because I'll give out, some good information about angels and spirit guides and working with them and divine timing. So this is what I'm hoping to do, Dax. We'll have the one live show the first Sunday of every month, and then every third Sunday will be pre-recorded. And sometimes I will have interviews with guests. And other times I'll have just information I'll give out, be like little mini classes. I might even have handouts for people to download and that kind of thing. It'll be like 3 classes.
Well,
So
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
I want to jump in and say, we're so glad that you have been able to come back and play with us. You got more free time now, that's for sure. Oh my God, we know how hard it was during those working years, especially as a teacher. It's a lot. It's just a lot.
Oh, God.
And I was going to ask you, I didn't even know. I was wondering, and so that was going to be my next question. Why the title, The Angelic View, for your new radio show? But it comes from the deck. That makes so much. Yeah. See, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
You're kidding.
Nope. Totally.
Oh, wow. Yep. The Angelic View Oracle Cards is, yep.
makes perfect sense.
I have my deck here with me today.
But why? So let's talk about that. Before we go any further, I'm so excited getting started here that I forgot to mention a couple of things. First of all, the phone lines are lighting up like a Christmas tree. Yes, we are a live call-in show. This is exciting. Yay. We have this many callers, Maria.
Wow, look.
It's jam-packed. This is exciting for your first day back and first show back, I guess I should say. let's give out the phone number for anybody that wants to join us, 714-816-4628. You dial into the switchboard there. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That'll move you up into the caller queue, lets us know you want to be live on air with us, raises your hand, and it puts you in the order that you called in. So you want to hold on to that spot because we take the calls in the order that they came in. Let me give out that number again, 714-816-4628. And we are simulcasting. That's right. We are simulcasting on Facebook as well as Blog Talk Radio. You can see me on Facebook. Sometimes I have the video background playing. Sometimes my video's up there. I don't want to, visually take over the whole show. So I have this really cool graphic with your logo, Maria, and a nice beach scene video playing in the background there. But we are live simulcasting to Facebook. Really exciting. You'll have to see it after the show. You'll be able to go to Facebook and see the video part of it that you're not able to see right now. And we're on the Tarot Guild page. So facebook.com/the Tarot Guild. You can find us in the groups. So facebook.com/groups/Tarot Guild. There's no the in that one. Yeah. So you can just search Tarot Guild and you're going to find the group and the page. Also, we're on the Psychic Talk Radio group as well. So facebook.com/groups/Psychic Talk. Yep. And so you can join me in there, and we have the comment section and you can use it like a chat room. And if you want to ask for a mini reading in there, you can. If you just want to chat with me about and everybody else, listening about the show, feel free to go do that. It's just really exciting. We're testing this out, and Mary and I will be simulcasting with both of our videos up there next Saturday, actually, I believe. And then we have our first guest where it'll be the three of us the following Saturday on the 20th, when we have Ellie on as our guest for the interview with Ellie. It's going to be exciting stuff here as we do this. And in the future, we're going to be simulcasting to YouTube and as well as Facebook and hopefully Twitter and a bunch of other platforms all at the same time. But we finally figured out, it took us years, Maria. We've been working on this. We've tried it in the past. It didn't work too well. But now we are actually able to get the audio from Zoom connected to Blog Talk Radio to the switchboard, and then we're able to simulcast that along with our video, our video feeds, our cameras out to the platform. So this is really exciting, and I actually tested it out yesterday on Mary's show, and it went off without a hitch. This is the first time ever doing the audio, though. And so when I brought you on in the green room and you said you could hear me, I was super excited because that's what we've been waiting for to test this out, Maria. So give us a call and we'll be going to calls.
Testing it out on me.
Yes, we're testing it out on Maria. Maria is our guinea pig and the Angelic View. And so we'll be going to calls a little later in the show. Let me give out the phone number one more time in case somebody's listening live didn't quite catch that. It's 714-816-4628. You can call in for a mini reading with us, or just to chat with us, to talk about angels. So Maria, why a new deck? What's the basis behind the Angelic View deck, and how did you come up with that? Okay. What's the story behind that?
Okay, well, like I said, this deck was in my mind something that I wanted to do from way back from when I was still doing Angelic Realms Radio. And I knew from back when I created the Certified Angel Practitioner course that we call the CAP course, back in, I knew all along there was like this little voice in me telling me, you need a deck, Maria, you need a deck, Maria. And also my husband was also telling me, you really should have your own deck. And so I'm getting all these hints around, and here and there, somebody would tell me, oh, you should have your own deck. So I know that when the angels are trying to get a message across, they do it in multiple ways, and it's repeated. So when that keeps coming to you to do something over and over again, and something positive, not something negative. They would never tell us something negative. I felt that, okay, I really need to do this. I just know that I have to do this. So I created this deck in mind because I'm also making revisions, updates, revisions, adding new content to the Certified Angel Practitioner course, which enrollment has been closed now for as long as I've been off the air for a couple of years. For all the reasons, as we said before, busy, retiring, relocating, establishing a new life, and working on the deck. So now I'm working on revisions to my book, Angel Practitioner Handbook, the Foundation Guide. And these revisions are going to be incorporated into the course, the Certified Angel Practitioner course, which I do have a waiting list right now. So anybody that's interested, I have quite a few people on the list already. You could email me, maria@mariagmaas.com. That's maria@mariagmaas.com if you're interested in getting on the waiting list for the Certified Angel Practitioner course, so that you can get your early bird pricing when I do open enrollment. And, or just visit my website, mariagmaas.com, for more information and other cool things that I have on there. So Maria is spelled Maria, G is the middle initial, MAAS.com. So the deck, because I have been a tarot reader, a tarot master now for many, many years, and I was certified through the Tarot Guild with Dax way back when. I don't even remember exactly when, but it was a long time ago.
2011, 2012, a long time ago.
Something like that. Yeah, somewhere like that. Maybe even sooner. I'm thinking 2010 for some reason in my head. But anyway, give or take a year or two. That's irrelevant right now. But because I love to read tarot, I wanted my oracle deck to be the same size as my tarot deck, because I like to mix the cards together and shuffle them all together. Or sometimes I work with them separately too. I'll have, I'll pull cards from one deck and from another deck. And the majority, actually all the Angel Oracle cards that are out there, they're all larger size cards. They're not tarot size. They're a bigger card. These are the standard tarot size, so they're easy to hold and shuffle. If you're a tarot reader, you can quickly become an angel card reader as well by combining these right into your tarot deck. What's unique also about this deck is that you don't need any psychic abilities to interpret the meanings of the cards in this deck. They're very straightforward messages. They will help you to tap into your own personal intuitive skills. You don't need a lot of training like you do with tarot, where tarot is a specific system and it has a lot of symbols and different things in it that you need to learn and understand, before you become a proficient tarot card reader. These cards are very simple and straightforward, and they blend very nicely if you are a tarot reader with your tarot deck. What I have incorporated into this deck, I have angels that are in there. Of course, you have to have angels if it's an angel card deck, right? So I have the three major archangels who are actually named in the Bible. So being that I was brought up Catholic and I follow a lot of those things, although, I'm a very spiritual person, I don't follow it to a T. I don't believe in a lot of dogma and all that kind of thing. my background. So I went with the three archangels that are specifically named in the Bible: Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. Not that I don't work with other angels, because I do, but I decided that for my deck, I was going to include these three major archangels. And I also have your guardian angel card in there as well. Then I have cards with angel numbers. So angel numbers are repetitive patterns of numbers. And I have 0 through 9. And I have cards for each one of the angel numbers. And I also have in my deck just standard general messages that could be, for all different kinds of things. And I have the imagery in my deck. I have photography of my own, pictures that I took that meant something to me, and places that I visited, or put things near my home and around my home. And then I also incorporated stock images as well. So that's the imagery in the deck. And it's a very nice card stock, very smooth, nice sturdy cards. They don't stick together like some of the Angel Oracle card decks that I've purchased over the years. The cards, when you have to be very careful about separating them when you first get your deck. They're stuck together. My cards are not. They're very smooth. They shuffle easily, and they will not stick together. The printer that I'm using. You can purchase a copy of these cards right from my website, mariagmaas.com. And I have a little store on there, my Mystical Design Shop, where I have other items for sale as well that might interest you. I have little pouches that you could use to carry your tarot cards or your angel cards, and other little things, keychains, and different things that might interest you. But I would love for you to pick up a copy of my deck. I will be using my deck in the show. It will be at one of the featured decks, of course. The show is named after it, the Angelic View. And it was divinely inspired, and that's about what I can tell you about it. And the guidebook and journal, if you purchase the deck, the guidebook and journal comes along free, and you can download that for free on my website as well. So Dax.
Terrific.
I'll go back to you now.
So let's define some things, because we've been throwing out terms and stuff like that. And, some of the new listeners might be going, what's an angel practitioner?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. An angel practitioner is someone that connects with angels and works with these angels to help others, their clients. An angel practitioner might not be a tarot card reader or an angel card reader in particular. They may work with angels in different ways, and they can be a therapist, they can be a Reiki master. There's different things that they could do. They could be a school teacher. There's all sorts of ways to work with angels. And it doesn't matter what your career is, what your line of work is. And, you could just be, you could be somebody who's retired like myself that doesn't even work presently at a 9-to-5 job or anything like that. And there's all sorts of ways to work with angels, to not only to help yourself, but to help others. And that's what an angel practitioner does. And some people do it for money, some people don't. Some people just do it because they just want to do it. So that's what an angel practitioner is.
Terrific.
Work with animals too.
Yeah. And I can't wait till your next show in a couple of weeks. I almost said next week, but I forgot. It's every other week. I'm trying to get used to this. And what's going to be nice is we will have a show every Sunday. We will have a show every Sunday. So it'll be the Angelic View, and then it'll be Sharona Rapsik's The Magic Universe, and then the Angelic View, and then Magic Universe. So that's pretty neat. We've got our weekends filled up. There's a show every Saturday and Sunday now. And I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
That's great.
But I can't wait for your
Good.
next
Verona
one.
and I worked together for many years.
Right, for many years, yeah. And I can't wait for the next show where you're going to tell us the details, about how you got started with tarot and then when the angels came in and how that all happened. So that's going to be really, really fascinating. Yep. So I guess we're going to go to the phone lines in a little bit here. 714-816-4628 if you want to jump on the line while we're finishing up here. I did want to ask about anything you want to throw out there for the listeners, what they can expect from the show. What's some of the things that you want to cover? Maybe just, one or two things, 2 or 3 things maybe, that you want to cover on the show.
Well, my goal for the show is to help people connect with angels so that they can live their best lives. So that really is what I'm aiming for. And the way I plan to do that is in a lot of different ways. Of course, I'll always offer, free MIDI readings throughout the show, or sometimes I might sometimes take it throughout the show. I might sometimes take them towards the end of the show. But what I aim to do also is to help support and celebrate and support and promote angel practitioners from all over the world. So our show sponsor is the International Association of Angel Practitioners, is one of our show sponsors, and so is the Tarot Guild. Now, I wanted to call the show the Angelic View also because I see it as, aside from my deck being named that, to me it's like the viewpoint of the angels. What do the angels have to share with people? What wisdom do they have to share with our listeners, whether the people are calling in live, whether they're listening later in archives? What messages do they have and guidance do they have to help people live their best lives? And I also, because I am a teacher, so it just becomes natural to me to want to teach and help people to learn things. I want to have a variety of topics, and the topics will be all different types of things that have to do with angels, things that have to do with tarot, things that have to do with paranormal topics, spiritual topics, self-help, metaphysics. There's going to be all kinds of things. So if people are interested in any of these kind of things, you'll find stuff that's going to be interesting to you. And I just also want to let people know, one of the things I started during my retirement that I hadn't done before, even though I had done Angelic Realms Radio all those years while I was working full time, I didn't have a monthly newsletter. I now have a monthly newsletter where I have a featured article every month on some type of topic along these lines that I'm going to have on the show, but different things. So you could, if you like to read, you can sign up for my newsletter and you can get these articles sent to you right to your email inbox for free. So you would just go to mariagmaas.com and you can sign up there. If you go to my blog, you click on the blog page, any one of my blog articles, which are also on all kinds of topics, there's a form embedded with each article, and you can sign up for my newsletter right there very easily. And so you'll get that right to your inbox, and then you'll get any updates that I have for what's going on with me, what's going on with angelpractitioners.com, the IAAP, the International Association of Angel Practitioners, what's coming up for the shows. So if you want to keep up with things, that's a great way to do it. What else do I want to say? We have 2 levels of membership with the IAAP. We have silver or gold. The past couple of years, because I've been in transition of, selling my home, retiring, selling my home, relocating, I kind of slowed down my work with all of that. But now I'm back up on everything, and I want to, now that I have the show again, I want to give all of my gold members, those are people that are signed up. They pay a small annual fee, and they get a page, their own page on the website with their bio and a link to wherever you can connect with them, a contact form. You can get in touch with them. And they also have the opportunity to appear as a guest on the show, the Angelic View. And so I'm going to be using one of the Sundays that we exchange every other month to also do interviews in between with gold members first. We'll have priority, but then I will probably invite other people too that I just think are doing, work that should be commended, and I feel like it's, I want to help them get their name out there as well. Or maybe I'll have somebody well known, invite them as well too. As just, we can do whatever we want, right? I can do whatever I want. It's my show. So anything along those lines, that's what I have in mind. And if you want to become a silver member, that's free. You can go over to angelpractitioners.com, go to the membership page, check out the two different levels of membership, silver or gold. And if you'd like to be a free member will allow you to get access to our private Facebook group where you can network with other angel practitioners. You can also get access to my larger group, Tarot, Angels, and Spirituality. I have something like 6,400 members in that group. So you can also, lots of people there to connect with, and lots of great posts that people share there. That's free, and you also will get your name listed in our directory of angel practitioners. Even if you're a free member, I will list people. Gold members get a link to their page, and they have their own page on our website, so they get that extra highlight. That's why they're paying extra. The gold members, they pay $72 a year now. It used to be $60, but that was a few years ago. Now it's $72. But however, if you are a current gold member, the fee will not go up for you. You will be grandfathered in at what you were paying before. So, we have all of these things available to people. And gold members, they also have, in addition to being a guest on the show, they have their own page and stuff like that. I think I might have said that already. I list the things here and try not to repeat myself. But that's basically it. Oh, and one thing is with the gold members, if they are certified through the International Association of Angel Practitioners with the CAP course, that's also indicated. So all the members that are listed in that directory, if they are graduates of the Certified Angel Practitioner course, that is highlighted and noted. So you'll know who is an actual certified member through the IAAP and who is not. Okay, and that doesn't matter whether you're a gold member or you're a silver member. If you take the course, it will be notified that you are certified through us in the course. There will be new content I'm currently building in the course. So if you took it before, there will be some new content and a whole new delivery system. I'm working on a new platform for delivering the course. And again, there is the early bird enrollment list. The course is probably not going to be ready for another couple of months. And like I said, divine timing is always right. I'm not going to rush it. It's going to come out when I feel it's the right time. And I just follow my angel's lead on all of these things. And I just go with that and go with what feels right. So you could email me for more information, maria@mariagmaas.com. Hey, Dax, back to you.
All righty. So that sounds really exciting. And we look forward to all of your wonderful shows as they come out. Speaking of shows, it's the bottom of the hour. So before we take some phone calls, let's see what's coming up on the network here. I'm looking on the upcoming shows page. You can always catch all of our upcoming shows by going to psychetalk.net/upcoming and see what's coming up. Let's see here. So our next live show is going to be Saturday, August 13th, Tarot Today Radio with Mary Brown and myself. We'll be doing free readings and open lines on the show and talking about tarot exhibitions. We got the one in Italy with Giordano, and lots of stuff coming up on that. We're actually going to be doing a live watch party. And if you're signed up on the Tarot Guild website, just sign up free on thetarotguild.com. You'll get the email blast. I'll be blasting that out with the details, and you'll see it all over our social media as well, where you can watch live with us. Mary's doing an interview today, and tour of the exhibit and everything, and got our fingers crossed if it, because they're in Italy, folks. Yeah, we're over here. Mary's in Texas. And so hopefully, that'll come off without a hitch, and then we'll be doing the watch party on Wednesday. But coming up on Saturday the 13th, that's Tarot Today Radio, and then on Sunday it's Magic Universe with Sharona Rapsic, and she'll be doing free tarot readings as well. She has a special guest, Sheila Height. And then let's see, it looks like the next show is Saturday, August 20th. We'll be back with Tarot Today Radio. As I mentioned, we're having one of our certified tarot readers on, Ellie, and she'll be taking calls with us, doing free readings, and we'll be interviewing Ellie and finding out all about her. And the three of us will be live on cam as well. And then that brings us to Sunday, August 21st, the next episode of the Angelic View. So that's some of the shows coming up. I did want to mention that Spiritual Guidance Radio is on break for the summer, but Catherine Hahn returns in September. I'll look that up real quick here. The first show is, she's moving to Fridays. Friday, September 2nd, Catherine Hahn returns with Spiritual Guidance Radio from her hiatus, and she'll be doing free guidance live on air Friday, September 2nd. So there you go. That's what's coming up on the network. Maria, you ready to take some calls, see who's out there?
Yes, I am ready. And I see there's several people here with their hands up. I want to say don't hang up because you'll lose your spot in the queue. I know that some people came and went. We have quite a few people here, and I'm sure we can get to all of them.
Okay.
I think we're making good time. Let's do it.
We'll squeeze everybody in. Yeah, it was jam-packed. So, but if you drop off, if you drop off when you call back in, you get put at the bottom of the list. So hang in there, folks. We're going to go to the first call. It looks like area code 310. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Vince calling from New York.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, so I have a two-part job money question. The first part is I want to find out, because I put in for unemployment because I got fired from my last job about 8 weeks ago, and they're withholding my unemployment until pending investigation, and I've had to use most of my savings, and I still haven't heard anything from them, so I'm just wondering if they're going to approve my unemployment. And then the other part of the question is, I started the job on Friday. It's not a good work environment, and it's really low pay, but I'm taking it just for something to have for now. But I'm only going to be there for a week, because a week from this Monday, I'm supposed to be starting another job at a Dr. Pepper company here at Dr. Pepper in Pennsylvania, which is a 2-hour drive from me. And it looks really good. And so I'm wondering if this job, if I'm making the right decision, taking the second job, and if it's going to last.
Okay.
Okay.
Maria, what's the angel saying?
Okay. Okay, Vince. Hi, Vince. Thank you for calling and hanging on. You were hanging on since the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Yeah, I see here, I pulled a few cards for you, and I see that you are, you're kind of like, this, nothing's moving right now. It kind of seems like we're kind of stuck in this position, but there's going to be changes. And I see there may be, you may have offers from more than one city or location. So hopefully you have some transportation options available to you, because it might require a little bit of traveling. And it's saying,
Okay.
you know, be willing, don't hold on so tight to something just because it might mean a little bit more of a commute. You know, be willing to do that, because that's what you may need to do in order to move ahead, like you're saying. And so I see some movement there. And then education, the angels are telling you, and this is from my Angelic View Oracle Cards. Education, they're saying, it's never too late to learn something new. So the angels want you to know that if there's anything that's been coming to your mind that interests you, that you say, gee, you know, I'm doing this work because this is what's available to me right now. This is what my skills fit at the present time, but there's something more I would like to do. They're saying go forward with that. Get education. Education is never a waste, because even if you don't do the exact thing that you take classes for, that knowledge can be utilized sometimes, and it's transferable to other things. So also all the skills that you presently have of everything you've done up to this point in your life, think about those skills and how they transfer into other types of jobs that may be completely different types of work, but require the same type of skill. So for example, you know, maybe you've never had a management position, but you have skills that show that you can manage, right? That you're organized,
Yeah.
that maybe you're, you know, that you can be responsible, be a leader, think, you know, see the big picture ahead, you know, things like that. Very organized. That's something, you know, those are transferable skills. Okay, so they're saying education right now is something you should be thinking about and upgrading your skills.
Right.
So if you happen to get a job somewhere and they're offering some kind of training or something, some jobs do that. Take the training. Take whatever you can get as far as education goes. Okay, it's never going to be a waste. And then you have Archangel Jeremiah coming through for you. And he's reminding you that, you know, he knows you've been through the school of hard knocks. And he's saying, this is the time to take charge. Change and healing is coming. And anything that's unbalanced, it's going to work out for you. Call upon Archangel Jeremiah for some direction with that. Okay?
Okay.
I hope this helps you.
Yeah, it does.
Hope that helped you out,
All right.
Vin.
Dax?
Thank you very much.
Hope that helped you out.
It does.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend there. You said it so good, Maria, like I didn't really need to add too much more. I did pull cards, but I was just getting 4 out of 5 yes cards that you know, that unemployment's going to come through. Ace of Pentacles, the Magician card, you know, those are both 1 cards, new beginnings for him.
Mm-hmm.
Wheel of Fortune, and my Heart of the Matter card was the Hierophant. So the powers that be coming through with the unemployment and you know, these new job opportunities. It's looking really, really good. Let's see who else is waiting on the line. Oh, we lost another call. Let's see.
That's a shame too. We're getting to them now. They were hanging on the whole show. You wonder if Blog Talk isn't kicking some people off somehow and they're getting disconnected, or if there's a storm somewhere.
Yeah, I think that happens here and there. I really do. It looks like okay. 347's been waiting the longest. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Milda. How are you, Maria? I'm a first-time caller here, but I spoke to Maria a couple of weeks ago with Lois and Joanna. And
awesome.
I remember
membership.
you, Milda.
Yes, my love. Yes, I've been following you, Maria. Awesome. I have a two-part question. The first thing is, with your angel cards, I would like for you to tell me or give me some kind of help in what is it that I'm being guided to, because I'm not sure. I'm going through shifts, and I don't understand it. And then the second part is I need to, when the time comes, my mom is 82, and so when her time comes, I need to do the right thing for her, and I'm the only one. And I need to know if I'll be able to do so financially because she has no insurance. And that's
okay. Let me. I need to stick to one question though. So I need to focus on one question. So what the first one again? Because I was already like concentrating on that question as you were talking.
Oh, let's
bring the energy back to that.
Okay, it'll probably all play in together. It's what do the angels are guiding me towards? What is it they want me to do? I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Give me one more minute.
All righty.
Okay. All right. So what I have for you, Nilda, is I have the Judgment card for you from my tarot deck. Okay, and that card depicts Archangel Gabriel, and I believe that what they're saying here is that you're being called to action by the angels. So you probably, this is why you're feeling like that you want to work with the angels and you have this interest now, because you're answering to a higher call. Do I still have you there, Dax? Because our electric just went out here.
Oh yeah, we're doing good.
You hear me still?
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. I didn't do. Okay. Okay. It's been very hot here, and the electric has been going on and off. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel is you're answering to a higher call. Archangel Gabriel is also the archangel that's well known, and the other cards. Wait till I tell you the other cards that come up. You're going to see how it goes perfectly with Archangel Gabriel. This is all about Gabriel. Gabriel's all about communication and nurturing. Okay, and giving you signs and messages. Because he was the angel, he was the prophet that came to, he prophesied the birth of Jesus, the story of the Annunciation. So the Archangel Gabriel came to Mary. Okay, so this is why this archangel is known as the Archangel of Communication and Prophecies, and the Nurturer, and the Archangel of Children as well. Okay, and anybody that you might be nurturing. You said you have an elderly mom. Okay, so you're her nurturer now. She was your nurturer when you were growing up, and now you're her nurturer. So Inner Peace is the card that came up for you from my deck, from the Angelic View Oracle Cards. Inner Peace says, release your worries to us and focus on a positive outcome. So the angels want you to, anytime you feel yourself getting worried about something and you're not sure which direction to take, just stop for a minute, quiet your mind, and ask the angels to please take whatever worries you have at the moment and to send you the guidance that you need. And then you want to pay attention to the signs around you and to feelings that you have. Because the more that you work with angels and the more you start seeing the synchronicities and you start being aware of the signs that they give, the more you're going to have inner peace and you're going to feel confident about things, and you'll just feel, okay, I know that no matter what, everything is going to turn out for my highest good, and I'm supported and I'm going in the right direction. So that's the card of inner peace. Release your worries to us and focus on a positive outcome. The final card I pulled for you is the card of nurturing, and that was from another deck, the Archangel Oracle Cards. And that is Archangel Gabriel again. Okay, literally printed on the card, Archangel Gabriel. And it says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Okay, both activities are important for you right now. So one thing that's key here, and the way I see it, whether it's a child, whether it's an elderly parent, it's very important for you to nurture yourself as well. You cannot help anyone else unless you take care of yourself first. That's why when you're on the airplane and they're giving you that little spiel in the beginning, all the safety precautions, and they tell you if that mask drops down, you place it on yourself first, because you can't help anyone if you're not helping yourself first. Okay? So don't feel guilty about that. And that's, I believe you are going in the right direction. And I know from my last conversation with you that you were already starting to feel this connection with the angels. So I think that you should continue working with them. Okay.
Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate it. And I look forward to speaking to you even further and in your classes as well.
Awesome. Wonderful. I look forward to having you in class, and you will be notified through email, maria@mariagmaas.com. That's where the emails will come from. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. And I didn't mind holding. It was a pleasure. Both of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nilda. Pleasure speaking with you, too. Angel blessings.
Blessings to you, too. Thank you, both of you.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. And just real quick, I wanted to mention that I did get the Empress card for her. I feel she's supposed to be doing something very creative with this.
Okay.
Just want to throw that out there. And then let's see, we got, I think we can squeeze in one more caller.
And
but before
the Empress card also.
Yes.
I was going to say the Empress card also gives me that feeling of the nurturer as well.
Oh yeah, it's the same
that
nurturing energy, and the mother card, giving birth, that kind of thing for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I just wanted to say before we take what's probably going to be our final call for the day, I wanted to, you mentioned the course several times again, and for those that are interested, I wanted to, if you can give them a little bit about the course and when's that going to be available again, and what's the details. I know you talked about it earlier, but I'd like to get that a little concrete for people.
Okay, yes, the Certified Angel Practitioner course I am currently making revisions to and updates, and it's, much of the content that I had included in the first course is in the first Certified Angel Practitioner course will still be included, but I'm adding stuff to it because as you go forward in life, you continue to learn new things also yourself. So I want to put new things that I've learned into the course. So I want to expand upon it. And I'm also considering expanding my other course that I had, Mastering the Art of Angel Oracle and Tarot Card Reading. I'm also considering combining that into the Certified Angel Practitioner course. But I haven't, don't quote me on that yet because I still haven't decided. That may be another course, a separate course later on, but I have to think about that. So it's going to be a course that's geared towards anyone that wants to learn about angels, work with angels. It's a foundational course. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, with energy and, positive energy, negative energy, how to work with it, the law of attraction, the archangels and the archangels that people can work with, different techniques to work with angels, angel signs, angel numbers. I could go on and on. There's a lot that's going to be in the course that was in there before, and also new things that I'm going to add into it, new techniques, new exercises. And the one thing I do want to point out is even though it's called the Certified Angel Practitioner course, certification is optional. Even if you just want to learn how to work with the angels for your own personal self, for you, your friends, your family. You don't want to go out and work as a practitioner, and you don't have any type of work that you want to include it with. This can just be for your own personal spiritual growth and to help you develop that connection with the angels, just to, help have abundance in your own life. So it's really for anyone that has this interest, and it is a foundational course, so you don't need any prior experience or prerequisites before taking this course. But at the same time, if you are already a practitioner and somebody who works with angels, I'm sure you'll probably find something in this course that will be new to you, because every course I've ever taken, even if it's courses on the same thing, because it's something I love, I'm always looking for that little tidbit of something new that comes through a different instructor and or a different book. I've read a lot of books on tarot, so many different books, and I get something from each one. And I've worked with many different teachers, whether it be angels, whether it be tarot, all of that stuff, whether it be psychic development. And, a lot of times it's stuff that overlaps, but yet you find that new tidbit that you're like, yes, this is what I was looking for. There's something new for me here too. Okay. And I'm also considering, I haven't made up my mind with this yet 100% either, but kind of like what you do, Dax, with the certification for tarot readers, that if somebody already is believes that they feel that they're competent in this, that they can still get certified through the International Association of Angel Practitioners by testing out. So I haven't set that up yet, but I am considering that. That's in the back of my mind also. That's basically what I have to share, and I will be incorporating working with my deck, the Angelic View Oracle Cards, into that course. That's something new that wasn't there before in the course. Before that, I used to work with the Archangel Oracle Cards. Those were the ones by Doreen Virtue, which are difficult to find now and very expensive because they're pretty much out of print. So another reason why I needed my own deck, okay, because that was like one of my main decks featured in the course, and
I remember
really
that, yeah.
Unless you have it already. Right. So it was time. Divine timing is always right. It was time for me to create my own deck.
Well,
so please, folks, go out there, take a look at it. The Angelic View Oracle Cards. They're on my website, mariagmaas.com. mariagmaas.com. Check them out.
Yeah, and keep us up to date on what's going on with the course and certification through the IAAP. Let's see who's been waiting the longest. If we don't get to your call today, remember you can call in next Saturday. Mary and I will be here with open lines and calls all show long. Looks like area code 475 has been waiting the longest. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Stanford, Connecticut. My name is Sean Winograd.
Okay. I'm sorry. You went a little fast there. Did you say Sean?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Sean. And where are you from again?
Stanford, Connecticut.
Stanford.
Kansas. Okay. All right. Just want to let everybody know.
Yes, Stanford, yes.
It's always nice to know where everybody's calling in from, Maria. We get calls from all around the United States and all around the world.
Yes.
It's fun. So what do you want to chat about, Sean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a friend of mine and his family. They're having issues with their home, and they are in danger of losing it. I can't go into personal details because some of it's confidential, but I wonder what the cards might say.
Okay. So typically we don't do readings for, someone who isn't there to say that they want a reading. Is there something
a third-party
that,
reading, yeah.
Change it into a way? Yeah, right. Third-party readings are it's really not ethical for us to do that.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to change it into a way that it's about you,
sure.
maybe something
okay.
you can do to assist
I want to know
them,
what I can do to help
kind of
them. Actually.
Okay. Because I want to gear it towards you, Sean. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I want you to focus with me, Sean, on what you can do to help your friends, how you might be able to help them with.
Right.
State the question again. What is it that you want to help them with?
Well, unfortunately, they're in danger of losing their home.
Okay. What you can do to assist them with that. Give me a moment. I'm just shuffling some cards here. Okay, good one. Oh, one more.
So you move so fast, but
Give me a
like the
second.
time was
Yeah.
of the essence. So
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm gonna see. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so angels want you to know right now, Sean, that I know, like, this is probably, really feeling like, in the doldrums, and you're probably thinking, what could I possibly do to help my friends? I don't want them to be, that's a terrible situation. No one should have to fear losing their home.
That's right.
That's a terrible thing. What the angels are saying is, I'm getting for you from my Archangel, from the Angelic View, from the Angelic View Oracle Cards, my deck, Archangel Michael has come through for you, okay? And that makes perfect sense to me. Archangel Michael's name literally means who is like God. And he's saying that your loved ones, you and your loved ones are protected. So your friends are going to be protected. Sometimes things have to fall apart before they can, before something new and better can come from it. So
right.
this, sometimes we have to go with huge changes that are very uncomfortable, but if we keep our faith and we keep asking the angels to help us, and we, we ask God to allow his angels to help us and to direct us to what's our next best step, and we pray for people that we care about, help is going to come. Something, one way or another, is going to come, because Archangel Michael is there and he's protecting them. So you need to call upon Archangel Michael for your friends. Call upon him to help protect and guide them. And if they do happen to, if it works out that they do end up losing the home, that somehow the situation is going to turn itself around, and in the long run, when they look back, they're going to be like, look, we're so much better off now than what we were, okay? Or if it's going to be in their highest good for them to be able to keep it and stay there, then that shall happen too. And just ask, just ask for whatever is in their highest good and call upon Archangel Michael. Okay, Archangel Gabriel also comes through, and this is the card of clairaudience, and this is from the Archangel Oracle Cards. And this card talks about noticing the guidance that you hear inside your mind or from other people. Okay, so when a certain thought keeps coming back to you, I should do this, or I should tell them that. And you might want to share this with them as well, that if something keeps repeating itself like that, that's the way our angels will try to get our attention. Things come repetitively, ideas, things we see, angel numbers. In this case, they're talking about, you might hear something in your mind, a few distinct words that keep coming and repeating themselves over and over again. Pay attention to that guidance. And that's what I have for you, Sean. I hope you find that helpful. Dax?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's a blessing. Dax, you there?
Awesome. Sorry, I was muted and doing a whole bunch of things in the background. Sorry about that. Thanks for the call, Sean. Enjoy the rest of your weekend there as well. I think you pretty much covered it there, Maria. And so your next live show is the beginning of September, correct? August.
Right. It's actually Labor Day weekend. I didn't realize that until I looked at the calendar. So I hope you'll be available, Dax. Join me then again as well.
The 4th, right? Sunday the 4th. So I'll be joining you again as your guest co-host.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm so glad that you're doing that. Till I get back, feel comfortable running the whole switchboard and all of that myself again.
Right.
And I like having the company.
Yeah. And it'll be, I think, a little smoother next time. Remember today I was testing out the simulcasting for Mary and I. We're going to be doing that with taking our Tarot Today radio show to Tarot Today Live, and we're going to be on YouTube, and Facebook, and so forth like that. So I was testing all that out here on your show, and I just wanted to get a feel for it and everything like that. And so I was a little distracted with all of that, and it's just a matter of getting used to it and the technology and so forth. But the next time we're on, it's going to be just you and me, strictly radio, and and I don't have to mess around with all this stuff in the background.
Right. And I think we'll have more time for calls too, because we had a lot of stuff we had to cover today, just being it's the first show in 3 years actually that I've done, and with all the new things going on. So we really had a lot of information to get out there.
Yeah, well, we always have to do, catch up with Maria, when anybody's been gone a long time. So yeah, there was a lot to talk about. Maybe we might have a mini topic or something on the 4th of September, but we can just take a lot of calls mostly.
I could do that too, sure.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's it.
Labor Day weekend, so who knows, what kind of day that'll be. But it is a holiday weekend, so we could either have a lot of calls or we might not have that many. So we have to be prepared for whatever, because it is a holiday weekend, so who knows?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, those barbecues.
You never know with that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. We're going to get out of here, and it's great having you back, Maria. Can't wait to hear your show in 2 weeks.
Yes, awesome. And all the people that were hanging on that we didn't get to today, get back, call us back on September 4th, and hopefully we'll get to you next time. We should be able to. We had a lot of info to give out today. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's a pleasure being back.
Good night, everyone.
For assisting me and being.
Yeah, Maria. Can't wait.
Take the blessings, everybody.